Like a diamond from the doors, I knew my star will shine. Don't come in here, don't come in here. If you don't hustle with me from the beginning, oh what a shame. Why do you want me to fail at the end of the day? Don't come in here. If you don't hustle with me from the beginning, oh what a shame. Why do you want me to fail at the end of the day? You only know my name, you don't know my story. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, 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 no. Me don't know why they want me expire. Me house fi catch fire. Flat just like a car tire. Me now start pray to the Messiah. The devil is a liar. I just keep going higher. Ay, 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 ay. See them know my name, them no know my story. Na, 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 na. Talk your own to me, it no matter. Yeah, yeah. Don't come in there. If you don't hustle with me from the beginning, oh what a shame. Why do you want me to fail at the end of the day? Don't come in there. If you don't hustle with me from the beginning, oh what a shame. Why do you want me to fail at the end of the day? You only know my name, you don't know my story. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, 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 no. I don't owe you nothing. Just keep pushing my thing. You don't owe me nothing. Better focus on your thing. I don't owe you nothing. Just keep pushing my thing. You don't owe me nothing. Better you focus on your thing. I'm Stones, a stone boy. Bird it on from Ghana to Jamaica. Better know it now. Stone boy. Ah boy.
Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Yeah. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Auntie Memuna, Auntie Christina, Peppa Miko, Tina Mama, Utina Mama, Peppa Miko, Auntie Memuna, Auntie Christina, Peppa Miko, Tina Mama, Utina Mama, Peppa Miko. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Somebody call me 999, cause she's too fine, fine, fine. I just want you to be my mama. Oh yeah, be my mama. I know they lie, cause every time we come make this story. I know they like TV, oh shit. It no be like what you they see. One year we see to see. They do not go, ain't ever. This girl's on fire, yeah. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire, yeah. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Why you wanna do this? More wood for the fire. Why you wanna do this? Stop acting so stupid. More wood for the fire. This girl is on fire. Fifi manuna minu ya kambo. Pati koto misi fifi manuna minu ya kambo. Odo minu pati koto. Sister Janina, come and get some bukina. Sami kwaya misi masaba. Utina mama. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Yeah. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Yeah. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Auntie Memuna, Auntie Christina, Pepamico, Tina Maba, Utina Maba, Pepamico, Auntie Memuna, Auntie Christina, Pepamico, Tina Maba, Utina Maba. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Somebody call me 999, cause she's too fine. I just want you to be my mama. Oh yeah, be my mama. I know they lie, cause every time we come make this story. I know they like to hear you. It no be like what you see. One year we see. They do not have to pay ever. This girl's on fire. Yeah. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Yeah. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Why you wanna do this? More for the fire. Why you wanna do this? Stop acting so stupid. More for the fire. This girl is on fire. Fifi manuna minu ya kambo. Pati koto misi fifi manuna minu ya kambo. Ono minu pati koto. Somebody bring some water.
ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
Gazi. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Asumabo, Asumatisa watunga fremia, I said don't get Tiabano, Madame Rebecca Bano, Dr. John Rollins Bano, Uncle Go for Bano, Kennedy Japan Bano, Nami, Ufami, I didn't marry your daughter, come on, the mommy Johnson, Miss Nami Sumio, allez, dans son spire, allez, transpire, les mains en l'air, allez, transpire. Asusini Bovu, Avamia Mamba, Asuanyamia, Majumea, Daba, Mea Besiga, Ubana Nintu, Nabasa, Ningosia, Nilantiambo, Azue, no one kumi amamintiasio. Sao kukuta mbibanu no, make you chat. Let me call you, I see a brand tip on me, Banny, what's that? Was a daddy, oh, Banny, dummy, I just won't say, and you be son of mommy. I will win the movie, Jim would dread you. I said, don't get your bano. Assuming doctor, call me, that's my bano. Assuming Mr. Doctor, worry bano. Assuming tired about addiction bano. Assuming I know be a baba. Nami, over me. I didn't marry your daughter. Come on, give mommy chance to miss her.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realized. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife. Save your life.
It was a well-paying job, respectable, wearing a suit and tie every day. But I drank 24/7. Drank on the way to work, drank at work.
I never could come to terms with admitting that I had an alcohol problem or a pill problem.
I decided to get clean, and so I went to the Narconon program.
Not only did I handle my drug addiction, I completely knew how to live life.
Call Narconon today at 01435 512 460. 01435 512 460.
Tune in to the new ABN Breakfast Show from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. The London City Show has evolved into an all-new breakfast show with sizzling slices of juicy newsy current affairs served with junior jumbo-sized convos on issues you should be aware of. What did I just say? The ABN Breakfast Show, the Afropolitan breakfast you can't afford to miss.
ABN Radio, London's premier Afropolitan station.
I can see the heavens are open. Jesus is smiling upon his people. Receive your healing, receive your blessings. I can see. I can see. I can see the heavens are open. Jesus is smiling upon his people. His arms are open wide, wide. Receive your blessing. Receive your healing. Receive your deliverance. Receive your joy. Receive your peace. Receive your love. Receive your miracles. Receive. There is as much for you to get as you want. He is pouring out his blessing upon his people. Receive your deliverance. Receive your anointing. Fire in your level. Receive, receive. Hey, hey. The heavens are open.
ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
More news, more information.
From the
This
Sky News
is
Centre at
ABN
7,
News on
the
Hour.
government says it'll be quick and inexpensive for European citizens to apply to stay in the UK after Brexit. For some, it will be free, and for others, it will cost £65. But the Home Secretary's accused EU nations of failing to make the same progress for British expats. Melania Trump is visiting a migrant camp for children separated from their parents. Her people insist her husband didn't ask her to go after criticism of his hardline stance on families being split up at the border. He's agreed to stop that, but is still blaming others for the situation.
I mean, we're getting some real beauties. Mexico is doing nothing for us except taking our money and sending us drugs. They're doing nothing. They could solve this problem in 2 minutes. You wouldn't even have to do anything.
Former Love Island contestants say they're in absolute shock over the death of one of the show's stars, Sophie Graydon. Fans say the ex-Miss Great Britain had suffered with depression. A government minister's quit in order to speak out against plans for a third runway at Heathrow. Greg Hands's resignation was expected to put pressure on Boris Johnson, who once said he'd lie down in front of bulldozers if the expansion were to go ahead. But the Prime Minister's admitted the Foreign Secretary won't even be at the Commons vote on Monday.
The Foreign Secretary early next week will be what I would describe as a living embodiment of global Britain. He will be out there actually showing the UK's continued presence around the world.
In sport, Argentina are just getting underway in their World Cup clash with Croatia. France are into the knockout stages following their 1-0 win over Peru. And England's cricketers have made a flying start in their chase of 311 to win the fourth one-day international with Australia. A short while ago, they were 103 without loss after 14 overs in Durham. They're going for a 5-0 whitewash. That's the latest. I'm Elizabeth Secker.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realized. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife. Save your life.
It was a well-paying job, respectable, wearing a suit and tie every day. But I drank 24/7. Drank on the way to work, drank at work.
I never could come to terms with admitting that I had an alcohol problem or a pill problem.
I decided to get clean, and so I went to the Narconon program.
Not only did I handle my drug addiction, I completely knew how to live life.
Call Narconon today at 01435 512 460. 01435 512 460.
Tune in to the new ABN Breakfast Show from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. The London City Show has evolved into an all-new breakfast show with sizzling slices of juicy news current affairs served with junior jumbo-sized convos on issues you should be aware of. What did I just say? The ABN Breakfast Show, the Afropolitan breakfast you can't afford to miss.
ABN Radio, London's premier Afropolitan station.
You are so good. You are so good, my Lord. You are so good. Hello, this is your boy Edward Amponsa, and whenever I'm in London, I listen to Kenta Kufu on the Gospel Express show each and every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. only on ABN Radio.
I can see the heavens are open. Jesus is smiling upon his people. Receive your healing. Receive your blessings. I can see. I can see the heavens are open. Receive your love. Receive your miracle today. Receive, 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 receive. There is as much for you to get as you want. He is pouring out his blessing upon his people. Your time has come, I can see. He is smiling upon his people. Receive your healing. Receive your breakthrough. Receive your miracle. Receive your deliverance. Receive your anointing for your new level. Receive, receive. Hey, hey. The heavens are open. The heavens are open. The heavens are open. The heavens are open. Receive, receive. Receive, 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 receive.
ABN Radio, home of Afrobeats.
If it had not been for the Lord, who was always on my side, the enemy would have swallowed us, would have drowned in their waters. But our souls have found an escape, a hiding place in you. The fowler's snare is broken. Our help is in the name of the Lord. No, nothing without you, without you. You only air that I breathe. Can't live without you, without Hosanna to Jehovah. You are the air that I breathe. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. In you I live and move and have my being. Nothing without you. Nothing without you. Without you. You are the air. You are the air that I breathe. Can't live without you. Can't live without you. Without you. In you I live and move. Have my being. Nothing without you. Nothing without you, Jesus. Without you. Nothing without you. You're the air that I breathe. Can't live without you. Can't live without you. Without you. In you I live and move and have my being. You say, Hosanna to Jehovah. You are the air I breathe. Nothing without you. I'm nothing without you. You are the air that I breathe. Can't live without you. Without you. In you I live and move and have my being. Hosanna to Jehovah. You are the air that I breathe. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. In you I live and move and have my being. I'm nothing without you. Without you. You are the air that I breathe. Can't live without you. Can't live without you. In you I live and move and have my being.
Bigger than the universe. You're bigger than the sun and the stars. You're bigger than the things, oh, that could tear me apart. You're bigger than the universe. You're bigger than the sun and the stars. You're bigger than the things, oh my, that could tear me apart. For I know you're great in all the earth. For I know you're great in all the earth. You're bigger. stripes on your back makes you bigger. The stripes on your back, they make you bigger. They make you bigger. Your blood makes you bigger. The Lord makes you bigger. You overcame death, and that makes you bigger. That makes you bigger. You want to open up your mouth right here and begin to tell God tonight, you're bigger as you are, Lord. You're bigger. You're bigger, Jesus. You're bigger. You're bigger than identity confusion. You're bigger. You're bigger than our mistakes. So put your hands up, everybody. Lord makes you bigger. Bigger than any financial problem. You're bigger. We declare you bigger than our current situation. You're bigger. Oh, you're bigger. You're bigger. For I know great in all the earth.
Yes, indeed, the God that we served is bigger than anything. The God that we serve is stronger. We serve a living God. We serve an unchangeable changer. We serve a mighty God. The God that we serve has never lost in any battle that we can, that we even know of. A very good evening to you, and welcome to London's Afropolitan Station, ABN Radio UK. Welcome to Gospel Express with me, Kente Kufu. How are you doing? How's your evening going? Thanks for joining us on this special day. I know we promised that we're going to try and get Dr. Ron Kenoly, the American singer-songwriter, the legend, to be in the studio today, but unfortunately, I've just been told that he just got into the country, so he's a bit jet-lagged. So please kindly forgive me, but you know what? He has promised to give us an interview from the comfort of his hotel room. So at least we need to try and get that going. So my producer is just trying to sort that one out. So one is that is sorted. I will try and cross over to Ron Kenoly, where he's based at the moment. I do believe it's Milton Keynes. So we'll try and cross over to speak to him straight away while the show goes on. So once again, I do apologize, but you know what, Chief?
Yeah.
It's not really all doomed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not at all. I mean, considering his age and just landing in the country, I mean,
Yes.
we have to
more than 25 hours flight.
Yes, it's been, it has not been an easy flight for him. So, I mean, we'll let this one slide and then try and then
Yes.
get him on the phone and
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I mean, I was a bit disappointed. If I'm honest with you, I was a bit disappointed that, you know what, I thought we were going to have Dr. Ron Kenoly in the studio for me to meet him for the first time. But look, God does things, and he knows what, you know what I'm saying. He's in charge. He's in charge. So even though he's not coming into the studio today, but he has agreed to speak to us on the phone, which to me is pivotal. It's important to the show.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I was really not, like you said, very disappointed. But then again, we can only console ourselves with a fun conversation from him.
Yes, indeed.
I've followed him for many years. And,
so many years.
I mean, I was even introduced his song by my own dad, and and so it's rather unfortunate that he couldn't be in the studios today. And I know the viewers and the listeners who are listening onto us on the DAB channel, and then also watching us live on the YouTube.
Thousands of people are listening. Thousands of millions of people are watching us. So it's a bit. But hey, like you said, let's take the phone interview.
Yeah.
We might be privileged again to meet him. Cause he's got many years to spend, so we'll probably get a privilege again somewhere along the line to meet him face to face.
Yeah, I know a lot of people even are driving, I've been even waiting outside at the studios to just get a glimpse of him, just have some autograph. But hey, such is life. Sometimes human being, we plan, and God, put his own things and do his own things and the way he likes it. And it's like we were told, it's also his flight also got delayed.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main reasons why he couldn't be in the studios. So people outside the studios that are waiting for an autograph and get a glimpse and just see how he looks like. should
all is
forgive
well.
us.
All
Yeah.
is well. God bless you. Once again, God bless you. If you want, if you've got a testimony, or maybe it's your birthday or it's your partner's birthday, you can give me a call on 0208 191 7078 or 0208 6707 300, or you can WhatsApp or text me on 0788 7475 940. God bless you. When we come back, we're going to cross over to speak to Dr. Ron Kenoly. God bless you.
Came down and consumed the sacrifice. We offer ourselves as living sacrifices. We invite the Lord to come and ignite us tonight, like he ignited the sacrifice. Hallelujah! Set us on fire for all that the Father has done. Let's lift up our sweet songs of praise for the things you do. It is good, it is good, it is good to give thanks to you. For though the wicked spring up like the grass and are everywhere, soon they will perish, but all those planted in your house will grow without end. Sing it again, it is good, it is good, it is good to give thanks to the Lord on high. To sing of your faithfulness and loving kindness both day and night. To play on our instruments sweet songs of praise for the things you do. It is good, it is good, it is good to give thanks to you. For though we struggle and trials and troubles still come our way, you won't forsake us. Your word has told us your promises will never end. Sing it again, it is good, it is good, it is good to give thanks to the Lord on high. To sing of your faithfulness and loving kindness both day and night. To play on our instruments sweet songs of praise for the praise you do. Hallelujah. It is good, it is good, it is good to give thanks to you. Why give him praise? Because he is worthy. Why should we sing? He loves you and me. Why give him thanks? Because he forgave us. Why celebrate? Because we are free. Then why should we thank him? Morning and evening. In what circumstance? The good and the bad. Is it always easy? No, it's not so easy. But is it good? Yes, it's good. It is good. It is good. So good. It is good. It is good. It is good to give thanks to the Lord on high.
My brothers, my sisters, ladies and gentlemen, these are my sons standing here, Samuel and Ronald. And these are my sons in whom I am well pleased.
Right, welcome back to London's Afropolitan Station, ABN Radio UK, and welcome back to Gospel Express with me, Kente Kufu. And I'll go with me in the studio, I'll go Chief with me in the studio, I'll go Audrey with me in the studio by joining us on the line. And believe it or not, and I'm privileged, I am blessed to be speaking to him for the first time, is Dr. Ronke Lonely. Doctor,
hello there.
Hello, sir. Very good evening to you. I'm really excited to speak to you.
Well, I am excited to be here. We've been traveling for about 24 hours trying to get here. And,
wow.
And we arrived last night, so we are just excited to be here with Dr. Ade, and we're ready to go.
Yes, I can see you are always ready to go. I mean, what brings you to London for the second time in a year?
Well, of course, the invitation to the worship event that Dr. Ade has put together.
Yes, please.
And of course, we have the same kind of vision. We want to see praise and worship understood, applied, and spread out to as many areas of this community as we can. And not just the community, but we even have long-range ideas to make praise and worship impact everywhere that we can.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. God bless you for doing that. So, what should we expect from the show this year?
I didn't get that question. What was that?
Yes, please. What should we expect from the show on the day?
Oh, what do I expect?
Yes, please.
Well, I expect the same thing I always expect. I expect a divine intervention of God.
Amen.
I anticipate the impossible, the unexpected. I anticipate His manifest presence. I anticipate His people's lives being turned around, impacted, uplifted, inspired, and motivated.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And more than that, I believe that there's going to be people there who need a touch in their lives from our God, from our Most High. And I believe that He's going to set people onto a pathway, onto a vision that is going to inspire them to take the message of the gospel and the power of praise and the intimacy of worship to every community.
God bless you for doing that. I know my time is fast spent. You haven't got much time to go because you need to go as well. I've got just 3 more questions for you. I mean, your ministry started in November 19th, November 1975 at 8:30 a.m. How has the journey been so far, Doctor?
Well, this is what I want to do. I want to have Dr. Ade come in and give you the correct time and the specific information that needs to be given.
Yes,
Here's
please.
Dr. Ade.
Okay.
He's asked about your ministry, not about his.
Oh! You're asking me about that. Okay, I am so sorry.
That's okay.
I misunderstood the question. Understood the question.
That's all right.
Ask me again one more time, please.
Yeah, I know your ministry started in November 19th, 1975 at 8:30 a.m. It's been a long journey. How has the journey been so far?
It's been more than I expected. It's taken me more places than I expected, and through my ministry, it has touched people in 121 nations around the world.
Wow, you are blessed. Also, Doctor, I know you've got a mentoring academy, Praise and Worship. Yes. How is that going? Because I'm really keen. It's pivotal to me. The youth of today is something that is really close to my heart as well. How is that academy going, please?
Well, right now, what we're in the process of doing, I've already joined the faculty of two different universities in America. One is called the Christian Life School of Theology, and the other one is called Kingdom Life University.
Okay.
And I'm one of the faculty instructors.
Okay.
And they have initiated courses through social media, and it is actually extending all around the world. You know, so that's one of the things that I'm doing with them, and it is very exciting. I'm very proud of it. I've just released my 5th book on praise and worship.
Wow!
And I'm also I'm also in the production of another audio recording as well. So it's a lot of things going on.
Oh wow!
It's a lot of things going on.
And my last question to you, please, Doctor, is you know, the youth of today, most of the gospel artists that are coming up at the moment, the way they carry themselves, the way their songs is different from how you started. What kind of advice will you give to them?
Well, they are probably doing what they are called to do if they're gospel artists. I'm not a gospel artiste. I'm a praise and worship leader.
Yes, indeed.
And that's what I do. Too many times people don't understand the difference between the two because they both involve music. But a gospel artiste is just that. He's one time trying to amuse and please the audience.
Yes, indeed.
A worship leader. A worship leader leads the congregation in pleasing our Heavenly Father.
Amen. Amen.
That's the difference, and there's a big difference. I've never been a gospel artiste, even though a lot of people have categorized me that way simply because I'm doing music. I'm using the medium. So, excuse me. I'm using the medium and the genre of praise and worship, but I am leading people.
So if you
in an effort to create an environment for the manifest presence of our Heavenly Father.
Amen. So if you got an advice for praise and worship leaders of today, what would that advice be, please?
Learn how to minister to God first.
Amen.
And he will teach you how to minister before his people.
Amen. Doctor, it's been a privilege. Hope I can see you before you leave the country. God bless you.
And thank you so much for having me on today.
It's a pleasure, Doctor. Trust me.
We're looking for an excellent time here.
God bless you. Can I kindly speak to Ade? God bless you, Doctor.
Here he is.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, hello.
Hello, Ade. A very good evening to you. You are live on ABN Radio UK, London's Afropolitan station, Gospel Express. How are you doing?
I'm all very well, thank you. Thanks for having me online.
You know what? It's been a privilege. And also, thank you. Even though Dr. Kenoly got to the country a bit late, his flight got delayed. Thank you for agreeing to speak to us live from your location at the moment. What is he's in the country for the second time at the moment. What is the show about? What is going on?
Right, thank you. Well, what we're doing is the ministry is called Haven.
Okay,
and,
Haven.
We have an annual event, which is a worship. It's a worship meeting, and we have worship workshops as well. So what we do is we have a worship session, which is basically lots of music. We express worship to God, music, art, gallery, there's some drama as well. And we're after doing that, and then we have workshops because we believe in empowering the spirit, reviving, energizing the spirit, and then teaching people the skill that's necessary to do that which God has called them to do.
Right. The Haven thing is it the workshop, the worship and workshop? Is it the first time?
No, this is the second time. Well, the third time actually. We had two events last year. One was a small one.
Okay.
The other one was a bit of a large one, and then this is the second one. We're doing one this year as well.
Okay, so it's an annual thing. So we're going to see the same thing next year as well.
Yes, you should expect to see the same thing next year. We are online if you want to read about it and follow us. and we're on Facebook as well and Instagram.
Okay, so apart from Dr. Kenoly, which other artists have you got online at the moment coming for the show?
We've got Noel Robinson coming.
Oh,
We've got, Seth Pinnock is coming.
Anthony Pinnock?
Yes, Seth Anthony Pinnock is over there. And we've got Maxine Brooks and the Birmingham Community Gospel Choir. They will be there. And we've got Movement in Worship, which is a prophetic dance group. So they will be teaching about prophetic dance. We've got Diana Kenoly from the John Maxwell group as well. She will be doing a workshop on leadership.
Okay.
And there's a whole lot going on. People are talking about different things. So it's going to be fantastic, actually.
I heard the main speaker is Ibon Abashi.
Yes, she's one of the facilitators as well.
Okay.
She will be leading a session called Peace in the Storm.
Wow.
And the session involves when you have trying times, even as a minister, music or serving God or doing something in line with God. Sometimes there are storms and there are trouble moments. How do you deal with those moments? How do you go through it? How do you still keep functioning in the ministry or in church and whatever you do and not lose the balance? So she's going to run a workshop on that as well.
Okay, I mean, I know you're in a hurry, but I've got about 2 or 3 more questions for you before I let you go, Adi.
Okay, fire away.
Where about is the program? The location, the venue?
It'll be at Milton Keynes.
Okay.
The center is called the Ridgeway Center.
Okay. Is there any more ticket going? Because it looks like if Ron Kenoly is coming to town, the ticket will probably be sold out by now.
Yeah, you're quite right. The tickets are all sold out. We have closed all online registration. We're not selling any more tickets, unfortunately. And the event is free, but we don't call it free. We call it paid for.
Paid for,
just to remind people that Jesus Christ paid for us. And that's exactly what we're doing. Some other people, kingdom investors, are paying for this event so that other people can be a part of it. But unfortunately, all tickets are sold out for now.
I mean, look, a lot of people have been getting messages throughout my social media platforms. People asking, oh, how come the tickets are sold for already? Are you going to get a bigger venue maybe next year?
Definitely. Definitely. We are looking at getting a bigger venue next year or possibly running across 2 sites.
Wow.
Because we need to find a venue that's large enough to host people for the worship and also have room for several workshops that run at the same time.
Okay.
So we might need to run across 2 sites, which is doable, but we're scouting around. So if anyone is listening to us, you've got a venue that can do this, please get in touch with me.
Yes. You know, I'll tell you what.
They have to come to Camberwell. I like towns in Camberwell.
Did you hear that? Somebody's offering you somebody's offering you to come to Camberwell in London. They may be able to get you a venue in Camberwell. So there you go, an offer straight there. What should we expect from the show? Is it when is it? Is it this weekend? Is it today? When is it?
It's starting tomorrow.
Okay.
And tomorrow and Saturday actually. So Friday and Saturday.
Okay. So what should we expect from these artists coming together underneath one roof to worship God and praise God?
All right. We are looking forward for the manifest presence of God. We believe in the thick, palpable, undeniable presence of God, a non-negotiable, palpable presence of the Holy Spirit. That's what we're looking for. That's what we are asking for and seeking for. So that's what's going to happen. And by the time everyone leaves, they will be touched in one way or the other. Everyone can't come in and be touched the same way, but we want everyone that leaves that place to have something memorable to go with.
Right, I've got a question that just came through. Someone wants to know: are you guys going to stream it live? Because the tickets, there's no more tickets. Can they watch it somewhere? Can they?
The event will definitely be streamed live. Just watch out for us on on Facebook.
Okay.
Just look for Haven Expressions of Worship or Haven 9060. That's HAVEN 9060. And our Instagram hashtag is also Haven 9060, Haven 9060. So watch out for us on Facebook and Instagram for the feeds. And if you're not sure, in case I've gotten the hashtags and the links wrong, just go to our website, www.havenx, that's HAVENX.org. All the information is there.
All right. I mean, during the course of the interview, you made mention of a certain organization have paid for all this. So let me just give you the privilege so that you can put your name out there, because you know what? They've done well to bring the whole thing together.
Yeah.
We need to appreciate them.
No. I'm sorry, I will not be mentioning names of companies or corporates or individuals that have sponsored into
Okay.
it. They did not sponsor it as a part of publicity.
Okay, well, that's
They
good.
sponsored it to invest into the kingdom. So my apologies on that.
No, that's fine. That's a very good way of investing into the kingdom, and I think it's the right way anyway. Ade, thank you very much. I appreciate your time, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much for having us.
It's a privilege.
What about the time, Ade?
Sorry, Ade, someone wants to do the time.
Okay, so on Friday, we meet at 2 o'clock for the lunch meeting. So we're having a lunch meeting with Dr. Kenoly and local business and Christian leaders and leaders to be. So we're going to be sharing the life and experience of Dr. Kenoly and networking, which is important. We'll have Neil Robinson there as well.
Okay,
everyone's going to be sharing contact details. That's 2 o'clock tomorrow. Then 6 o'clock tomorrow, we're having a plenary session.
Okay.
It will be Maxine Brooks, Neil Robinson, Dr. Kenoly, and Seth Pinnock. So we're having that blend on stage. I will be moderating the plenary session, and we're just going to be throwing all sorts of questions at them, trying to learn and get as much as we can from them. And then after that, we have a worship meeting and an impartation service where Dr. Kenoly and everyone on stage can pray for the people and hope that they get the fire gets ignited in them as well. So that's Friday.
Okay.
And Saturday, we meet from 8 o'clock. We do some prayer, we do some worship for about 3 hours. Take a 1 hour break to soak it all in, write a few things down, and then get some lunch, and then meet again for the workshops. So we do 2 1-hour workshops one after each other. It's 10 workshops running at the same time simultaneously.
Wow.
We take a 15-minute break and do the workshops again, and then we all come back into the room, and Dr. Kenoly is going to talk to us from his 2 books that he's just written, and then he will take more questions again.
Okay, I know I know all the tickets are gone, but hopefully you can find a space for me and my entourage.
Okay, come around. I'll try my best.
I know you don't want to commit yourself by saving our life on there. Anyway, Ade, thank you very much, and have a lovely evening. So hope to see you this weekend.
Yeah, look forward to it. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
You guys have a nice evening. God bless you.
Same to you. Bye.
Okay, bye now.
Oh wow. That was Ade, the main organizer for the Havens Conference, the worship conference, worship in Milton Keynes. They are the ones that are hosting Dr. Ron Kenoly. Even though Dr. Ron Kenoly, Chief, he wasn't able to be with us in the studio today, we've heard his voice, and I was excited. Even before we even got him live on air, you heard a conversation. It looks like someone that we've known him for ages. Like, one of his questions he asked me off air, I hope you've been listening to my music. I was like, what are you talking about? I grew up listening to your music. It's a blessing, isn't it, Chief?
Oh, it's a blessing. I mean, having legends like him still around. And that reminds me of a quotation in the Bible of one of I can't quote the quotation off it, but then it talks about a man who reached at the age of 80 and he still had the strength to go on more.
And he's more than 70.
And he's more than 70 now. And it looks like he's still eager,
to praise God.
Talking about even coming with a new album. I mean, and I'm really happy that he said that he's not a gospel artist, but then
he tried to differentiate himself.
Very good. I mean, I'm so happy hearing his voice. I know our viewers and our listeners listen on us on the
they
DAB
will understand. They will forgive us, because if his flight got delayed, and he just going to the country, I mean, 25 hours, 27 hours flight. Look, I wanted to see him live in the flesh in the studio.
Can't you see my red tie? I mean, I was ready. I'm ready already.
Red tie. Listen, if you want to see Chief's red tie, log on to our YouTube page. Because look, I'm ready. So I got my 3-piece suit on as well, because I was ready to beat Dr. Ron Kenoly. But hey, look, to me, it's not a disappointment.
Not at all.
It even got to the point one of my hosts as well, Stacey's got her hair done as well. It's not a disappointment, but hey, we would take that. We are happy that at least we spoke to Ron Kenoly live on ABN Radio UK.
Yeah, I mean it's not a disappointment at all. But,
no, at all.
I mean, what's for me, I feel a bit disappointed is about such a show, and then it had the publicity. Our viewers would have loved to be part of it, get some tickets. I mean, if he's not around here, at least be there, see him in person. Because I understand that some people are even outside waiting to see him. Some people had been texting me saying that we are coming to the studio. At least we can get some autograph here and there. So I think Ade and Co, they are doing a great job. They are doing a very hard work job. You know, if you look up even the program lineup, it's really action packed.
Yes, indeed.
And I think next time like that, it should come
they
and
they need to find maybe different venues.
Exactly, and even involve the media as well, like a big platform like the ABN into it, so that we can also reach wider for them. Because at the end of the day, what's the program standing about? It's about gospel. It's about Christ. That's it. So I know they are doing a good job. Thumbs up to them, but they need to get the media much more involved, so that at least we can also partner with them in a way, to make sure that the kingdom of God still, goes on and higher and higher. Because, a lot of the things that we do these days, considering the world where it is now, end times are here, and, the gospel has to push on out.
Yes, indeed. Let me come to the ladies. We've got two beautiful ladies in the studio. My co-presenters, I've got Audrey. Audrey, I would have loved you to see Dr. Kenoly live, but hey, we've got another time. Maybe next time when he comes into London.
Definitely.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, we had a very short interview with him, but I mean, he was precise. He was straight to the point, and it looks like even that age, he's still alive and active.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even just speaking with him, like I felt his presence just by what he was saying.
He was so friendly.
Yeah, and I think it's a shame that he's not here, but the work that he's doing.
I know it's a shame because you've done your hair to me.
But I think his work is just amazing. What he's doing with the youth and everything else.
So many decades.
Yeah.
How long now? His ministry started in 1975.
Yeah.
That is. I wasn't even born by that time.
No.
I mean, even before he got into a full-time gospel, I mean, he started 1960 something where he met his wife in the Air Force in the military. I mean, way back.
And do you know that he was married to he's married to an African?
Yeah, Kenyan. I mean,
Kenyan.
Tavita. Yeah. That's the wife's
he's
name.
He's got children that are also in the ministry as well. He's got children that are also in the praise and worship. I think in California, along that side. So even at that age, he's got the people behind him. His foundation is solid.
I mean, it reminds me that when you serve the Lord and you serve Him right, there's more grace and there's more blessings, and the more as you're growing older, the more the blessings keep coming, and the more God gives you the strength to carry on His work. Because mind you, He said that, you asked a very important question, that what advice would you give to the youth of today? And He was saying that, look, when you go and do the praise and worship, you have to know that you are worshiping God, and that as you are worshiping God, God Himself will tell you how to, minister to the audience. So
yes, indeed.
It's the work of God, and once God is involved, He said, God, the blessings of the Lord make it rich, and it add no sorrow to it. So He's a blessing.
Yes, indeed, He's a blessing. Let me come back to you, Audrey. I mean, I asked Dr. Kenoly about the youth program that he's into back home in the States, and from what I gathered, it looks like he's really sown a lot into that.
Yeah,
he's really that youth program he's doing is pivotal. It's really important to him, because you could hear from his voice that that is important. I'm doing that. So looking at the youth from today, even the youth in this country. It's important that even in the States, that he's actually investing back into the youth, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, because how do I put this? Now there are so many things happening in the world, and it's like our youth today have grown, away from that. So it's very important that they engage themselves back into it, and hopefully that with Ron Kenoly's work, like this will bring our youth back into the ministry, and just moving forwards with life. And
yes, I know. Yeah, you're still listening to London's Afropolitan station, ABN Radio UK. This is Gospel Express with me, Kente Kufu. I've got Stacey with me, I've got Chief with me, and I've got Audrey with me, and also probably say I've got my producer as well, Kwame City right here. So look, maybe you've got a testimony, maybe God have done something for you during the course of the week. maybe you were happy to hear Ron Kenoly's voice, and you've got a question, or maybe you want to ask us something in the studio, give us a call on 0208 1917078 or 0208 6707 300. Look, I must say, all my guests in the studio today, their faces, it doesn't guys, cheer up a little bit, because even though he wasn't able to make it into the studio, we're able to talk to him live. Are you guys not happy about that?
I enjoyed it.
Are you sure?
I did.
Yeah, let me see the smiles on your faces.
I would have wished he was around, to sing their song like "Sing Out the Lord is good." Oh man,
that's one of the songs that
his voice. How?
There's one thing that he said that I really, really liked, and it was the fact that he's not a gospel artist.
Yeah, that's what
and
I
that's
liked.
something with him doing the youth ministry and running this praise and worship youth group that he does. I think that's something that was very vital and very important for our listeners to hear. That
powerful.
Because nowadays in the gospel industry, it is very attractive nowadays, and some people are going into it for the wrong reasons. And so for the fact that he's using his time for the youth in coaching and mentoring them in praise and worship, and showing them that he's doing true praise and worship, there's no ulterior motive. He's not in it for the glitz, he's not in it for the glamour. That's something that really, really stood out to me, and I really enjoyed when he said that he's not per se a gospel artist.
It would be nice for you to meet him in the flesh, isn't it?
It would have been nice for me to meet him in flesh, because I do praise and worship. I teach music. I sing in choir and stuff. So it would have been really nice for me to see such an icon. But you know,
you got one icon right next to you.
That's okay, Kente. But to be honest, I mean, God works in mysterious ways. You never know what could happen this weekend. We could be there with him during praise and worship. So I'm not too down about the fact that he's not here. The fact that we was able to speak to him is more than enough, to be honest, for a legend like Ron Kenoly to take time out to speak to us.
Yes, the street you've gone.
Yeah, and the thing is that he's just in Milton Keynes, so I mean, we can just drive.
We are definitely,
I mean, even if they will not allow us to even enter, we will just say, "Hey, Ron," show some placards and say, "Come and sign come and sign."
All right, listen, we are excited. I hope you're also excited. Keep listening to us, and when we do come back, Gospel Express continue. God bless you.
Bigger than the universe. You're bigger than the sun and the stars. You're bigger than the things, that could tear me apart. You're bigger than the universe. You're bigger than the sun and the stars. You're bigger than the things, oh my, that could tear me apart. For I know you're great in all the earth. For I know you're great in all the earth. You're bigger. You're Jesus. You're bigger than diabetes. The stripes on your back makes you bigger. The stripes on your back, they make you bigger. They make you bigger. Your blood makes you bigger. The Lord makes you bigger. You overcame death, and that makes you bigger. That makes you bigger. You want to open up your mouth right here and begin to tell God tonight. Tell him you're bigger as you are, Lord. You're bigger. You're bigger, Jesus.
Yes, indeed. The God that we serve is bigger than anything else, Chief. He's bigger than the problems that we are facing. He's bigger than what we are going through, me and you. He's bigger than the marriage problem that you think, you can't get yourself out of. He's bigger than that work that you are looking for. He's bigger than anything that you can imagine, Chief.
I mean, he's the omniscient, the omnipresent. He is the author and finisher of our life. So,
yes,
I mean,
indeed.
there's nothing that is impossible for him. I mean, he created us. And so your problems that you are going through shouldn't be something, it's easier said than done, It's just like crossing when Moses and Co wanted to cross the river,
Yes,
the sea.
indeed. Yes,
it looked like it was very, very hard, but then God came for them.
Yes, indeed. You're still listening to ABN Radio UK. This is Gospel Express with me, Kente, Stacey, Chief, and Audrey. When we do come back, trust me, we are about to put on your dancing shoes. We are about to boogie. God bless you. Keep logged in. We'll be right back.
ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
More news, more information. This
From the Sky News Centre at 8, details of how EU nationals can remain here after Brexit have been announced, but the government says preparations from Brussels to protect British migrants in Europe aren't good enough. People wanting to stay in the UK will have to pay £65 unless they already have the right documents. Immigration Minister Caroline Noakes says the government's default position would be to grant settled status.
EU citizens make a huge contribution to our economy and to our way of life. They are our friends, our family, and our colleagues, and we want them to stay.
Boris Johnson will miss a crunch vote on Heathrow expansion on Monday. It means he won't have to decide between backing the government or his long-standing opposition to the new runway. Melania Trump's visiting the US-Mexico border to meet children affected by the migrant crisis. Yesterday, the US president was forced into softening his stance and said families would no longer be split up when trying to enter the country. Donald Trump's repeatedly blamed his opposition for the situation, but senior Democrat Nancy Pelosi disagrees.
The Democrats have taken full responsibility for securing our borders. We know that is a responsibility that we have. But we don't think that we have to put children in cages to do it. There is a better way.
Police in Florida say a man's been arrested in connection with the killing of rapper XXXTentacion. The 20-year-old was shot as he left a motorsports dealership in Miami on Monday. In sport, Argentina are trying to avoid a second successive draw at the World Cup in Russia. They're being held 0-0 heading into the second half of their Group D match with Croatia. France reached the last 16 earlier with a 1-0 win over Peru. And England's cricketers are going well in their pursuit of 311 to win the fourth one-day international with Australia. A short while ago, they were 195 for 2 after 28 overs in Durham. That's the latest. I'm Elizabeth Secker.
You are so good. You are so good, my Lord. You are so good. Hello, this is your boy Edward Amponsa, and whenever I'm in London, I listen to Kente Kufu on the Gospel Express show each and every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. only on ABN Radio.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realized. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife. Save your life. What do you like for breakfast?
Well, it depends what mood I'm in. If I'm happy, I like a little bit of porridge with banana because I'm feeling healthy. If I'm in a...
Me, I like a bit of fruit. Nice apples, sliced apples.
I
and
love
banana.
a cinnamon and raisin bagel, some scrambled eggs, and a...
I say nice English breakfast.
Salad, fruit and orange
I
juice.
like wholemeal bagel with a bit of cream cheese on it
and some bacon, and then some avocado. And on the side, I like to have
fried egg with bacon, with baked beans, toast.
I normally take my cocoa. Yeah, I'm a Ghanaian. I'm a typical Ghanaian, so I like my cocoa.
I'm not too sure. I normally don't eat breakfast.
It doesn't matter how you like your breakfast, or you may not like breakfast at all, but you will love the sound of your radio when the breakfast is Afropolitan. Watch out for the new ABN Radio Breakfast Show with Efuadum. ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil.
Bossy heading, I'll be making it big. For somebody we don't know to lose a man, I'm a son of a kid. I'll be making it big. Oh, through Christ, I'll be making it big. Oh, no doubt about that, I'll be making it big. Oh, through Christ, I'll be making it big. Oh, I'll be making it big. What I am is by the grace of God. God's blessings overshadow me. It not be me so challenge make you no hate. Been through a lot to come this far. In my downtime, I had nobody but God. Fake friends said they got my back. When I look back, I saw nothing but black. And when I mean it be there like, hi hater. Now they see me at the top, see you later. Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Stay in him and you be high like a kite. If you walk by his word and you live by his way and you trust only him and you stay at his feet, he will make you a king. Great and mighty is he. Bossy hating, I'll be making it big. Cause I'm born a winner, not a loser, man. I'm a son of a kid. Bossy hating, I'll be making it big. Cause I'm born a winner, not a loser, man. I'm a son of a kid. I'll be making it big. Oh, through Christ, I'll be making it big. Oh, no doubt about that, I'll be making it big. I'll be making it big. Through Christ, I'll be making it big. I'll be making it big.
Send the kind of when someone am I emotional. Because of that, what done it, the chairman original. Or they will be out from the pastor to the criminal. When you need the what they show me, then I want your mouth. And yana man for besame, how do you do it, bro? And yama horn in the rap, you know, young strap. And for we say we ye penny and I will have a frat. Senako Posa that was so I had your bajra, BB over battery. Why you don't forget the latter was on the massa where you long. And Yama was a for brother, not just so boo John. And Yanko Ponce Banning for free and fill forms. Don't pay when I whoop a day, massa. Make up your mind. It used to football in your medium to night. If you God Almighty, they make up be the shine. Pass a sumache, massa brother, back high.
Don't get it twisted. It's all about a man called Jesus. Yeah. He changed my life. Man, he turned my life around. It doesn't matter what you're going through. He came to die just for you to break through.
Yeah.
When I yell you, I ain't fancy day.
Okay, you home, I bring you now. Pay us or what my money man. Was a situation I had in a can and they fire into no sooner you been at in your
Bossy heading, I've been making it big. What else? Cause I'm gonna win another loser, man. I'm a son of a kid. Bossy hating, I've been making it big. Cause I'm gonna win another loser, man. I'm a son of a kid. I've been making it big. Oh, through Christ, I've been making it big. Oh, no doubt about that, I've been making it big. Oh, through Christ, I've been making it big. Oh, I've been making it big.
You know what time of that? Let's go. It's what's the key on it. Yeah.
Come on, let's celebrate Jesus. Woo! Jesus, you have been. Jesus, you have been so good. You are so good. Jesus, you have been. Yeah. Jesus, you have been so good. Na. You are so good. 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 Say you are so good. You are so good. Na. You are so good. You are so. Yeah. You are so good. You are so good. You are so, yeah. You are so good. So good, my God. You are so good. Jesus, you have been so good. You are so good. Hey, Jesus, you have been so good to me. Yeah, you are so good. You are so good. You are so good. You are so good. You've been so good to me. Yeah. You are so good. You are so good. You are so. You are so good. You are so good. You are so good. You are so good. So good. You are so good. You were still there, God, I know you never change. You were still the God, I know you never change. Ancient of days, I saw that you are. You never change. You were still the God, I know you never change. Ancient of days, you never change. So that you are. You never change. You were still. You never change. You are still the God. You are still the God. I know you never change. You were still the God. Oh yeah. You are still the God. I know you never change. Ancient of days. Ancient of days. You never change. So that you are. You never change. You are still the God. I know you never change. Ancient of days. You never change. I saw that you are. You are still the God. I know you never change. I saw that you are. Now we're gonna call the name of God in the Hebrew language. Are you ready? Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. What's his name? Yahweh, Yahweh. I said, what's his name again? Yahweh, Yahweh. He's a mighty, He's a mighty Lord and King. He's a mighty God. He's a mighty Lord and King. He's a mighty. Now let's try again. I said, what's his name again? Yahweh, Yahweh. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Yahweh, Yahweh. Yahweh, Yahweh. He's a mighty Lord and King. He's a mighty. He's a mighty God. He's a mighty. He's our Lord. He's a maker. Yeah. Come on. Hey.
Yes, indeed. Nyame Edo. We serve a living God. We serve a God that I've said, like I said in the beginning of the show, he has never lost in any battle. If you listen to songs like this, I mean, it's so inspirational. Look, you can't go wrong with it. You're still listening to London's Afropolitan Station, Gospel Express with me, Kenteko for Stacy, as you can see sitting right next to me. And also, I've got Chief in the studio. We all remember Chief back in the days. He's back again today. He's like just appears as visit today. And I also got Audrey in the studio. You can also join in. You can give us a call on 0208-191-7078 or 0208-670-7300, or you can even WhatsApp and text me like people are doing at the moment on 0788747590. And also, maybe you've got a testimony, maybe it's your birthday. I've got a lot of birthday shout out to make at the moment. As I'm even talking to you right now, I've got calls coming in from the States. People would like to request songs for their loved one. Hear the messages coming in, hear the text messages coming in. God bless you. And when we do come back still to come on the show, we've got Joseph Matthew to come on the show. But just before we do that, Chief, how important is it? Let me ask you, how important is it as Christian to keep believing in the God that we serve?
I mean, that's what we have. That's our weapon. I mean, without faith, there's no works. Without faith, there's no miracle. Without belief, there's nothing. Because that's what it takes us to Hebrews 11. You know, just having the faith, believing. Even though you haven't seen the thing, you have to believe. Even though we haven't seen our Father, we have to believe in Him. And that's our strong weapon as Christians. That's what we have. And so if we don't have the belief, and if we don't believe that there is a God that we serve, we might be walking on earth and hollow. Because at the end of the day, we have to have somebody and someone that we look up to. And He is the creator of our lives. So it's very important.
Yes, indeed.
It's very, very important that we believe in Him.
Right.
Not just in His name, but also believing that He came to die and then He resurrected on the third day and He's in heaven. So if we believe in these things, that He died and He resurrected, it makes what we go through in life, it makes
the problems, they are going to come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, there's no testimony without a trial, without a test. As a Christian, and when what you carry is even one of the reasons why you are being tested and trialed. If you look at Joseph, for instance, that's why sometimes I tell Christians these days that we have to learn how to keep our mouth shut. When Joseph had the dream and he was telling his own brothers, for them it sounds like
sometimes you'll be talking to the wrong people.
Yeah. I think sometimes you think that you're just sharing a good news, you're sharing your dreams, but the people that you're sharing to, you also have a different motive towards what you are sharing to.
Yes, indeed.
So sometimes you have to know how to keep your mouth shut as a Christian.
Yes, and keep believing in your God.
Exactly. Jesus Christ, when He was going to crucify, remember, whatever the king tried to even get Him to say, He never said nothing. Do you know why? Because if Jesus Christ had said something, it would have even taken Him out of even going to do the main purpose of going to be crucified for you and our sins to be forgiven.
It's true.
And so Christians these days, we have to learn how to be keep our mouth, and then also
keep believing what we are believing
exactly
in.
Believing
keep praying
in God.
to God.
Definitely.
Keep having the faith.
Definitely. Trials will come as Joseph's own. But hey, remember, there's always a shiny day.
Yes,
there
indeed.
is always
and
it's
always pivotal that at the end of the battle, we testify to the glory of God.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you've gone through, somebody like Reverend Eastwood Anaba has lost his family, lost his children. So
I remember that story.
I remember.
So somebody
that was tough enough.
Exactly. So somebody like that, when he comes to your funeral and is giving a message, you know that he's a living testimony.
He's been there before.
Exactly. So if you haven't gone through anything, for me, I believe I always give respect to people who have gone through life, tried and tested, and then they earn my respect, because there comes experience. So when the person is giving you advice, you know what he's saying and what he's talking about, because experience is involved. So it's important. Christians, we will go through trials. Remember the madman of Gadara. When you look into Genesis, when you read Genesis,
preach my brother.
When you read Genesis, Jacob prophesied about a man coming, prophesied about God. And when he prophesied, he made mention that even though he will go through the trials, he will still prevail. He will still win. So this was a man that was sent outside, was an outcast, because why? When evening comes, he makes noise, he shout, he tried to cut himself, he want to die because he was filled with legions. He was filled with demons. And legions stands for a word in Hebrew, it stands for 1,000 troops. So if there was legion in one person, I mean, your trials that you're going through is just a minor.
Nothing, isn't it? It's nothing, isn't it?
It's just a minor, because imagine one person being occupied by 6,600 demons.
Wow.
Come on.
Wow.
But you know why? When Jesus Christ met him and he got the demon were cast out. That's why some people don't eat pork these days and some eat. Because the demons, some believe
that's a different topic.
Together. You know what happened after Jesus Christ cast the demon out of him? Remember when Jesus was Christ coming to meet the same man, his ship or his boat wanted to even capsize, and the disciples had to call him. Yeah, fast forward in it. When the demons had to leave, when Jesus cast the demons out of him, do you know one thing that happened? The man wanted to follow Jesus Christ, but Jesus Christ said, "No, go and tell people. Go and tell people about what Christ has done for you.
Go and witness.
Go and witness." He went out witnessing, evangelizing to 10. The Bible says he went out talking about to Decapolis. I mean, in a Greek word, which means like 10 countries. So this is somebody that had to go and preach gospel, the word of God, to 10 different countries.
Wow!
And because of that, 6,600 demons had to occupy him to make sure that they prevent him
from doing that.
So if you're Christian and you're listening to us now on Gospel Express, brought to you by Kente and Audrey and the whole team.
Yes,
I mean, you have to know that you will go through trials, but hey, remember, you have to keep your eye on Jesus Christ.
Yes.
You have to keep your eye on
the finisher.
Exactly. And when you keep your eye on him, I mean, there's nothing that you'll be short of. I mean,
yes. Before we take a break, Audrey, what would you like to add to what you just said?
I mean, Chief said everything really. Just, don't give up. Just keep going. I mean, they always say that the fight is not always over, but if you just, just keep praying and doing what you're doing, then God is always there and he lives inside you.
Yes, amen.
So,
amen.
Everything, all his work,
the problems are going to come.
Yeah.
We are human beings.
That's true. So, yeah, just keep going. Like, don't give up. Just, remember that. Yeah.
I know. Chief, I was listening to some man of God, one of the man of God from Ghana, and I think it was one of the preaching, probably at Dome FM back home in Ghana, late night around 1 o'clock in the morning, and he was like, Christians, we need to make sure that our flesh dies daily, on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah.
If we're able to give away our flesh.
Yeah, Paul said something that, I mean, that's the reason why Paul was even encouraging us not to even get married.
Oh, wow.
Because why? Because, you see, Satan comes and lives in the body. So if you don't control your flesh,
you got a problem.
Remember, angels came here on earth. And when they came here on earth, some decided to sleep with women. Why? Because they found out that women were very beautiful. Even angels got tempted. And that's where we have, some giving birth to giants and other things. So it tells you about how the body is. So if you don't bring the body, if you don't submit,
sacrifice, isn't it?
That's the thing. You have to subject the body under control. So that at least, like the Bible also said that the body is also the temple of God.
Keep it clean.
So you have to keep it clean.
God bless you. Listen, if you're still listening to us, God bless you. Thanks for your company. We appreciate you. Keep your text messages coming in. And as we do come back from the break, I'll try and read out a couple of your text messages. This is Kente Kufo on Gospel Express. I've still got Chief Stacy and Audrey with me. God bless you. We'll be right back.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realized. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife. Save your life.
You know what I mean? If I'm happy, I like a little bit of porridge with banana because I'm feeling healthy. If I'm in
Me, I like a bit of fruit. Nice apples, sliced apples.
I
a
love
banana.
a cinnamon and raisin bagel, some scrambled eggs, and a...
I say nice English breakfast.
Salad, fruit, and orange
I
juice.
like wholemeal bagel with a bit of cream cheese on it and some bacon and then some avocado. And on the side, I like to have
Fried egg with bacon, with baked beans, toast.
I normally take my cocoa. Yeah, I'm a Ghanaian. I'm a typical Ghanaian, so I like my cocoa.
I'm not too sure. I normally don't eat breakfast.
It doesn't matter how you like your breakfast, or you may not like breakfast at all, but you will love the sound of your radio when the breakfast is Afropolitan. Watch out for the new ABN Radio Breakfast Show with Efuadum. ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station. Mixpiration with Bright every Sunday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. is just fun. It's exciting. It's a mix of contemporary R&B and pop gospel music right here on ABN Radio. Enjoy great themes every Sunday evening with Bright on Mixpiration. A blend of great inspiring songs just for your Sunday evening relaxation. Tune in from 6 to 8 p.m. This and every Sunday, they're on ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
For the Lord himself is my portion. He lifts my head in glory. For my heart the Lord has
Yes, indeed. I would testify to the glory of God. If you just logged in into London's Metropolitan Station, ABN Radio UK, this is Gospel Express with me, Kente Kufu. And also go for sitting right next to me, I've got Stacey Show. Stacey, go on, say something.
What's up, everyone?
Is that what you can say?
What, you just put me on the spot?
Oh, well, you're a presenter. that's my job.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? It's Stacey. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. And yeah, just continue to stay locked into the praise section of the show.
Yes, indeed. And also got Audrey. Audrey, say hello. Audrey.
Hello.
Yes, indeed. Let's quickly just keep on shouting out people. A lot of people are sending in messages upon messages. So the first shout out goes to a lady, a very special lady. She's called Eunice Williams, Miss Williams. Eunice Williams, she's celebrating her 41st birthday.
Wow.
That is huge. Her 41st birthday. Miss Williams, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I wish when Kenoly was here to sing her song.
That was the plan. So look, Miss Williams, once again, a very good evening to you, and thanks for logging in into London's Metropolitan Station, ABN Radio UK. Most importantly, on ABN Radio UK, Gospel Express with me, Kente, and the rest of the team. I believe this is your first time, so please keep listening. We appreciate your time. God bless you, and our prayer to you this evening. God is going to continue to bless you. He's going to be your helper in times of need.
Oh, yes.
And he's going to send helpers to you when you need it at the right time as well.
Amen.
And his grace and his mercy shall follow you and your household everywhere that you go, in Jesus' name. So, Miss Williams, Eunice Williams, happy birthday to you. And God bless. Chief, I think you want to say something to her as well.
Oh, well, wherever she is, we wish her God's blessings.
Yes.
Blessings, from
Eunice
God
Williams.
Yes, the one that maketh rich and add no sorrow.
Mm.
So as she steps into this new age,
yes, indeed,
may she be graced with
this is a special shout out to.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, the person that sent me the name through WhatsApp said, Kente, you and your guys, make sure you do this and do it right.
Wow.
So we need to try and do it. So yeah, go on. I'm listening to you.
Wow. So we it's our prayer that this age, all the things that she wished for years,
yes, indeed,
God will just double it for her. And,
yes, indeed,
bless her.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Aubrey.
And to you, Miss Williams, just be happy. This is your day today, so enjoy anything that comes your way, and just be happy, and happy birthday.
Yeah, what do you mean anything that comes your way? What are you expecting to go away?
Well, wish she has a new promotion in a job, or
more blessing from God,
more blessing,
more money,
yes.
more money,
more
money.
Blessing, more
That's
money.
more important, is it? But okay. God is much more important. So which one? Money first or God first?
Just,
I'm always putting this for you.
Don't be doing Audrey like that. Oh,
Mrs. Williams, happy birthday!
That's it.
It's always God first.
Slow.
It's always God first. So Miss Williams, the next song is from Midnight Crew. Look, it's your birthday, so Igwe, we need to give thanks to God. God bless you.
to sing, and now I can shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. We bless you. We thank you. We love you. We praise you. Igwe my father. Igwe my Lord. Igwe my king. Igwe my Lord. You are my father. Igwe my Lord. Igwe my king. I never see this kind of love. Loveliness. Papa. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You love me so tender. You died for my sins. You love me so tender. You bless me, nyafu nyafu. You bless me, nyafu nyafu. Oh, my papa. You bless me past my dreams. Take away my sorrows. Come bless me. Come bless me, nyafu nyafu. Come bless me. Come bless me, nyafu nyafu. Sit in. We bless you, Jesus. We bless you, Jesus. Bright and morning star. We bless you, Jesus. Rose of Sharon. We bless you, Jesus. Come bless me, yeah. Come bless me, nyafu nyafu. We thank you. We praise you. We love you. We love you. Mighty God, the great I am, King of kings and Lord of lords. So we bow and worship you, lifting up your holy name. Igwe, Igwe,
You're still listening to ABN Radio UK Gospel Express with me, Kente Kufo. When we do come back from the break, the shout out continue because we've got a lot of people requesting for songs. So when we do come back, we'll try and do that. God bless you. Keep locked in, and we'll be right back.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart of the family ripped apart. Consider the potential never realized. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred or respect. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife and save a life. Went and slowly, supporting all family and young people.
.com solicitors, solve all your problem. Your legal partner established in 2004. 14 years in the making. UK #1.
Have you been involved in an accident involving dangerous substances caused by co-workers, building site defective equipment, factory falling from heights, fatal at work claim forklifts and manual handling injuries, slipping, tripping, warehouse accidents? Did you suffer an injury? .com solicitors can support you with the expert legal advice on a no-win, no-fee claims basis. Call .com solicitors on 0208 880 9000 or visit our website www.comsolicitors.com. Simply complete the form on our website in the relevant sections, and a dedicated member of our team will contact you as soon as possible.
The International Praise Center Night of Glory happening the first Friday of every month, beginning Friday the 1st of June, then Friday the 6th of July, and Friday 3rd of August at the International Praise Center 72 Catherine Road, East Ham E61EN from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Your host is Apostle Claude Hammer Japan, ministering Prophet Frank Otre, worship and music by Pastor Sammy and the Praise United Choir. IPC Night of Glory is your night of purpose and possibilities.
You are here.
What do you like for breakfast?
Well, it depends what mood I'm in. If I'm happy, I like a little bit of porridge with banana because I'm feeling healthy. If I'm in a...
Me, I like a bit of fruit. Nice apples, sliced apples,
I
a
love
banana.
a cinnamon and raisin bagel, some scrambled eggs, and a...
I say nice English breakfast.
Salad, fruit and orange
I
juice.
like wholemeal bagel with a bit of cream cheese on it and some bacon and then some avocado. And on the side, I like to have
Fried egg with bacon, with baked beans, toast.
I normally take my cocoa. Yeah, I'm a Ghanaian. I'm a typical Ghanaian, so I like my cocoa.
I'm not too sure. I normally don't eat breakfast.
It doesn't matter how you like your breakfast, or you may not like breakfast at all, but you will love the sound of your radio when the breakfast is Afropolitan. Watch out for the new ABN Radio Breakfast Show with Ifuadum. ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
This is ABN Radio, projecting rich African culture through the power of radio.
You are so good. You are so good, my Lord. You are so good. Hello, this is your boy Edward Amponsa, and whenever I'm in London, I listen to Kente Kufu on the Gospel Express show each and every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. only on ABN Radio.
Yes, thank you, Edward. Yes, you're still listening to London's Afropolitan station, ABN Radio UK. My name is Kente Kufu. This is Gospel Express with myself and the rest of the team. Like I said, maybe you've got a testimony, or maybe today's your birthday and you want us to shout you out. Give me a call on 0208 1917078 or 0208 670 300. You can also test us on 0788747594. I've got a lot of text messages coming in. God bless you. Keep it coming in. And as the show goes on, I will try and read out all the text messages that we've got coming in as well. The next shout out goes to a very special person, Abina Nyako. Abina, if you are listening to us for the first time, or I think maybe on several occasions, God bless you and thanks for logging into London's Afropolitan station, ABN Radio. You can Gospel Express with me, Kente, and the rest of the team. You want a shout out to go to Madam Aso of Achimota School. Madam Aso, Madam, a very good evening to you and thanks for listening to ABN Radio UK. And also you want Kobina Banen of Modular Group. Kobina Banen, a very good evening to you, Kobina. And also all the UP 95 classmates. Wow, all the UP 95 classmates. If you are listening to me, if you're watching us live on YouTube, this is from Abina Nyakon to all of you. God bless you, Abina. And the song that we got for you is Bononi. But before I do that, let me just pass it around to my team to say a word or two.
Hello, Abna. Shout out to you and everyone that you've requested.
The UP95
the UP95 classmates, yes. So that must be like an old school group.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, old school. Where's UP?
UP's in Ghana.
University Primary. Where is it?
Like University Primary in Ghana in Kumasi, around the campus. No, when
shout out to you guys.
When I take you to Ghana one day, you and your husband, I'll show you. I'll be your tour guide.
Do you know I've never been to Kumasi before?
Oh God,
I've been everywhere else, but not Kumasi, and that's where my dad's from.
Let's continue the conversation. Chief, yes.
Wow. Then Abina, then Stacey is coming. Just get ready for her, so that you'll be her tour guide. Show her around Kumasi. We're also expecting you soon in London, please. Bruh, why? Yeah, I feel.
Right. Yeah, go on.
Hey, Abna, how are you? I hope you're okay. Thank you so much for listening to us, and we hope to see you soon.
Yes, indeed. God bless you. God bless you all. And keep logged in. The next song is from the one and only Joe Metal, and it's Bonoli. It's only God that has brought us this far. God bless you.
Hallelujah. Celebrate Jesus with me tonight. Hallelujah. All right, so this song is my testimony. Amen. Can I share it with you tonight? All right, let's go. I am who I am because of you. If it had not been for you, tell me where would I be? I was lost and sinking deep in sin. But you reached out your hand and rescued me. No one else can do the things you do. There's no one else but you. I am who I am because of you. If it had not been for you, tell me where would I be? I was lost and sinking deep in sin. But you reach out your hand and rescued me. No one else can do the things you do. but you. I see this. Kenoly, no one else but you. No one else but you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Luigi McLean.
Never thought that you could love someone like me, to give up your life for me, yeah. You even go home and call me your very own. So grateful for your love, your mercy and grace. No one can do the things you do for me, yeah. No one else but you. Never thought that you could love someone like me, to give up your life for me, yeah. You even go home and call me your very own. So grateful for your love, your mercy and grace. No one can do the things you do for me. Oh, oh, no one else but you. Say, Kenoly, oh, Kenoly, no trouble, no, Kenoly, no one else but you. Moko moko beni tamo, Kenoly, oh, Kenoly, oh, Kenoly, no one else but you. Oh, Kenoly, Kenoly, oh, Kenoly, moko beni tamo. No choda, oda feno bonoli, oh bonoli, no one else but you. So where would I be if not for your love? Your love so amazing, it's better than life itself. Say, I was just lost, but now I am found. Father, you found me. I'm so glad that you did. Come on. Kenoly, Kenoly, no trouble, no, no one else but you. Kenoly, Kenoly, no one else but you. Kenoly, no trouble, no one else but you.
Hallelujah. Only believe in Jesus, 'cause all things are possible.
No one
Yay. Yes, indeed. There is no one else like you. Stace, I know you love this song. Come on, you can't deny it.
I love this song. I think this is actually like one of my favorite gospel songs at the moment.
Right.
I just feel like the words in the song reign so true to not only me, but I feel to like a lot of people. It's just like saying that there's literally nobody else but God, and I
There
just
is no
love
one.
it.
No one.
I love
Trust
this
me, there's
song.
no one.
I love the song so
Yeah.
much. I love it so much. The arrangement, the harmonies, everything about the song's on point.
Joe Metal. You know Joe Metal, I mean, on a regular basis, he pays us a visit at ABN Radio UK. So maybe, look, you were not able to meet Ron Kenoly today, but you might be able to meet Joe Metal.
Joe Metal, I would love to meet. I need to be on one of his tracks.
Oh, okay.
That's my goal.
I've been here with you for quite a long time. You don't want to be on my track, but you want to be on Joe
What
Metal's
track?
track. Right, let me come. Audrey, I'll learn your mom. Mom is listening to us. Wow.
Yes, she is.
You are blessed.
Hi, Mom. Hope you're okay.
It's getting a bit emotional now. Yeah,
but
go on.
yes, I give a big shout out to Miss Jacqueline Armour.
Mhm.
That's my mom. I hope you're
Wow.
listening and just enjoying the rest of your day. See you soon.
Hello, Mom. This is your son, Kente. I hope you are listening to us. God bless you. We appreciate you. And also, look, to be honest with you, Mom, for you to log into ABN Radio UK, London's Afropolitan station, it's a blessing to me. God bless you and keep listening to us on Gospel Express. And Chief, you also got something for Mom as well.
Oh yeah, you know, we can't do nothing without our mothers, you know.
Yep.
We love it, and
we love them.
Yeah,
We love them.
We want her to.
We always put them first.
Exactly. Exactly. Last year, I mean, I think I was saying earlier on that you know, today marks a year, 21st June, when I lost my dad when that call came in, and it's like Daddy has passed away. But I know he's in heaven watching us with a smile.
I know how you're close with your dad as well.
Very,
Sorry about
very. And but hey, Dad, I'm in good hands. You know, I have
Yes, indeed.
Stacy, Audrey, and Kente here, and
You are
God is
blessed,
with
my
us.
brother.
Yeah,
You are it's important that the legacy that dad left behind,
Yeah.
you continue as a son.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
If your dad is known for something on earth, which is
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
you need to try and carry that throughout and also pass it on to your next generation. It's pivotal
Exactly.
that we do that
Yeah,
as
exactly.
fathers, isn't it?
Yeah.
As fathers.
I mean, he taught me how to pray, and he was the one
you
that
go.
you know introduced me to Christianity. So hey,
Let me tell you something, my brother. Back home in Ghana,
yeah,
you have to pray.
exactly.
You have no choice. If you're born into a Christian family, you have to pray.
You have to.
If you don't pray, your dad will even refuse to pay your school fees.
Yeah.
With me, if I have to go out and play football, I need to pray first.
Yeah.
The family morning devotion was pivotal to our growth.
Yeah.
And virtually leaving Ghana or leaving Africa in general, I've realized that helped me a lot.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to the same upbringing. I'm trying to pass it on to my children. So I think it's important. I'm not saying we don't do that in this country because Stacey's not looking at my face. I know people in this country, children that are born in this country as well.
My parents make me do all the time.
There you go.
That's something that's strong in our household.
There you go.
That's
Morning
good.
devotion.
5 o'clock, everybody up.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like that in Ghana. Like when my grandpa every morning, like all of us have to wake up like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, just pray. And,
I remember I used to go out back in the days. I used to go out, get home around 4 o'clock, and by 5 o'clock or 4:30, my parents are waking us up. I was like seriously? I just go home. But hey, you have to do it. It's discipline. It's discipline.
No, nothing before God.
God first.
That's the first start of your day.
Yes, indeed.
Before
You
do
need to start your day
anything
right,
else.
isn't it? Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Yes, indeed. That's all time will permit us today, guys. You probably want to say something before we just look on Chief. I'll just look at a second for each of you.
Oh well, all that I would say to our viewers and our listeners that they should keep watching us, listening to us. There's more for them
to come.
Yeah, this is
God bless you,
summer
Chief.
just
I know
begun.
if I leave, you're going to just go on. Audrey, go on.
just thank you for listening to us, and we hope you're having a great evening. And just keep on staying tuned.
Stacey?
Just stay locked into ABN Radio. We'll catch you again next week. Have a great week.
Yep, and this is from me, Kente Kufu, and Mom, Audrey's mom. God bless you. The next song is for you. God bless you. We love you. Same time next week from 7 to 9. Also, oh God, I forgot, to Ajwa Amma, the host of Bedtime on this very station. Ajua, we thank God. God gave you a peaceful journey back home from Ghana to the UK. Welcome back home, sis. God bless you. And this song also goes to you. God bless you. We love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hallelujah. Only believe in Jesus, because all things are possible with him. Only believe, only believe. All things are possible. Hey, only believe, only believe. All things are possible. Only believe, only believe. All things are possible. Only believe, only believe. All things are possible. Just trust in the Lord, he'll do it for you. Just as he's done before, he'll do it again. Only believe, he'll do it for you. Our God is a faithful God, he'll do it again. Brother Henry, let's go.
Trust in the Lord, he'll do it for you. Just as he's done before, he'll do it again. Only believe, he'll do it for you. Our God is a faithful God, he'll do it again. Only believe, only believe. Oh, all things are possible. Only believe, only believe. All things are possible.
Only believe, hey, he'll heal your sickness. Just believe and trust.
ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station. More news, more information. This is ABN News on the Hour.
From the Sky News Centre at 9, the government says it'll be quick and cheap for European citizens living in the UK to stay here after Brexit. Ministers say applications can be made online and adults will only have to pay £65. But the Home Secretary's accused EU nations of failing to make the same progress for British expats. John Brown, who lives in Belgium, is worried.
I'm also concerned that in this situation of no deal, I've no idea what would happen then. Anything which has already been agreed, I'm assuming, would no longer be agreed. You cannot live your life not knowing what the future holds, and therefore I took Belgian nationality in order to protect my European rights.
Melania Trump's made a rare public appearance at a children's migrant detention facility near America's border with Mexico. She offered to help after her husband, the president, has drawn widespread criticism for his treatment of immigrants. Boris Johnson will escape an awkward parliamentary vote on Heathrow expansion on Monday. The Foreign Secretary will be abroad, meaning he won't have to decide between backing the government's plans for a new runway or his long-standing opposition. Our chief political correspondent John Craig says it means the Prime Minister avoids another confrontation with him.
That is hugely controversial, given a pledge that he gave back in 2015 at his election count in Uxbridge and South Ruislip to lie down in front of the bulldozer as if the third runway ever went ahead.
In sport, Argentina are in big danger of going out in the World Cup group stages after a 3-0 defeat to Croatia. The result leaves them third in Group D on just a point and sends Croatia into the last 16. France also qualified for the knockout stages with a 1-0 win over Peru. And England's cricketers are closing in on victory in the fourth one-day international with Australia. A short while ago, they were 295 for 4 after 43 overs in Durham. They need 311 to win. That's the latest. I'm Elizabeth Secker.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realised. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife. Save your life.
Mixpiration with Bright every Sunday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. is just fun. It's exciting. It's a mix of contemporary R&B and pop gospel music right here on ABN Radio. Enjoy great tunes every Sunday evening with Bright on Mixpiration, a blend of great inspiring songs just for your Sunday evening relaxation. Tune in from 6 to 8 p.m. this and every Sunday. They're on ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.